So I think we could obviously just go over one of the best standard lines that we have right now. And this is lubellion plus aluber. So this is a line I attempted to show you guys last week. See you. Okay, so this is one of the most powerful combos you have in branded when you don't have the puppet access. Essentially, we're gonna go with aluber plus lubellion. You normal summon aluber. You obviously are going to search out the branded fusion from this position. You could search out the high spirits, but for this combo's purposes, we're going to do it through lubellion because it's better to go this way with lubellion. Because then you go lubellion, search out a magnamut here, actually, not even the Saronir. You're going to go branded fusion into sending Fallen of Albaz on top of the Tri-Brigade Mercourier. Now, this is going to be a play that we're going to have to get used to because this kind of combo line is one of our best combo lines going forward after Puppet or Sanctifier. So we make a Rinbrum. Straight up just make a Rinbrum. Rinbrum is one of the best endboard pieces that you could have with branded, to be honest. It's an Omni extra deck negate, essentially, plus a bounce, and you can use it to combo with Mirjade and has a very good graveyard effect. Well, it's not bad because it sets you up with Tri-Brigade Mercourier in the graveyard, which we are then going to target with Bystial Magnamut with the Mercourier to then banish the Mercourier, and then we can get the Mercourier effect. We can go aluber 1, we can go Tri-Brigade Mercourier 1, Bystial Magnamut 2 to chain block the Mercourier, of course. Then we can search out the Cartesia. We still have the Albaz in graveyard. So we're going to be able to then go special summon Cartesia, and then we can tribute the Magnamut since it is a dark dragon, and then we can get the Lubellion onto field. Then Lubellion's obviously going to be able to get a branded Lost to help us combo even harder, extend even harder. And then we are going to go Cartesia effect, fusing off the Bystial Lubellion into the Grand Guignol. So this is a very important part. So you go Grand Guignol and okay, so this combo does play into nib a little bit, but it's fine because anything, like if they nib, once you get the Cartesia on field, it's completely fine. They aren't nibbing you before Cartesia either. So you obviously just have to chain the Cartesia, go into Grand Guignol if you get nibbed. So it does still play around nib because the Grand Guignol will extend you. So you can go Branded Lost 1, Grand Guignol 2 into Kit. And since you are on Branded Lost Protection, and now you can send the Titaniclad, which we don't have the Albion, the Branded Dragon, in the graveyard, if you've noticed, but we do have a Fallen of Albaz in graveyard. So at this point, we can go Spriggan's Kit effect since we just sent the Titaniclad, searched it off a Lost, so we can now special summon it, getting around our normal summon, and then we can go Spriggan's Kit effect to then search out everybody's favorite, Branded in White. So Branded in White is very, very good. Obviously, I was showing it off on a video earlier in the week, and I do think that Branded in White is one of the best cards that we are currently not using. And post Puppet Ban, post Sanctifier, or just in a world where we aren't even trying to gimmick Puppet, because remember, guys, Branded didn't really need gimmick Puppet up until Fire got exploded with Snake Eyes and Promethean Princess. Before that, we had people like Victor and people like my friend Figs, who topped YCS Philly with no Puppet. You have a lot of success stories without Puppet without this. So these are very important combos, especially post Banlist, where we're seeing probably the ceiling of the game go down. We then go Kit, we spin back the discard, and then we go Brandon White. Brandon White is going to then, because Brandon White only has to banish from the graveyard, remember that, guys? So it's going to send the Guignol from field and then banish the Albaz from graveyard, which is very clean because the Guignol is another interruption on our opponent's turn. And then we get the Mirjade effect, which we can then go Rinbrum effect to bounce the aluber, to have the aluber for follow-up on our next turn, which is very good. We could also do it with the Kit, arguably. I think that might be better because I think having the aluber on field to be able to put it in the graveyard somehow is pretty important with your other cards. So overall, I think it's probably just like either aluber or Kit in this situation. In the end phase, we can go the Bystial Magnamut effect to then search out Saronir, which will give a... See, as you guys saw, like, if we searched Saronir earlier in the combo, it wouldn't have been very good because we could have only recurred a fusion or white with the Retribution. At this point, we get a +1 off the Magnamut, and Magnamut fulfilled all of our combo needs. And then we get the Cartesia back to hand. Obviously, in the end phase, Albion, the Branded Dragon, is going to go Branded in red. and which we do have still. We don't have a target in graveyard yet, but that's going to be fine because then we can go kit off the Titanclad to be able to send the Fallen of Albaz to graveyard. So like in situations like this, you might be able to even keep Cartesia in the graveyard if you want to be able to do Cartesia plays, depending on the rest of your hand, obviously. But without Puppet, it's not as integral to keeping the Cartesia in the graveyard. With Puppet, you want to always keep a Cartesia in the graveyard. Without Puppet, it's not as important, especially when you don't already have Cartesia on field. If you don't have Cartesia on your end board already, it's a lot more easy to just not keep it in the graveyard, since you aren't really looping Mirror Jade if it's in the graveyard, unless you have an ad lib line. So at this point, on our opponent's turn, we could go Branded in red, target the Fallen of Albaz. Fallen of Albaz will obviously fuse into either Guardian Chimera or into a Dracostapelia. Also, you could go into Borreload Furious Dragon because you do have the Sarani or whatever it really calls for. And then you have the Rinbrum plus the Mirror Jade, because remember, if Rinbrum negates Mirror Jade, you get to use Mirror Jade again. This happens with anything with Mirror Jade. If Mirror Jade is a soft once per turn, so you will be able to use its effect once again.
So like Lubellion. Okay. We won't need to discard. Okay. Add the Magnamut.
Alright, so we're going Lubellion, add Magnamut.
That's not Magnamut.
Oh, yeah,
that's an imposter, bro.
Oh, do I not have Magnamut in the main? No, here it is. Okay. So Magnamut gets searched. Now we go Branded Fusion.
Yes. I'll just do the normal Rinbrum thing.
We are going to send Albaz plus the Mercourier. And now we can get out the Rinbrum. Now we can go Magnamut banishing the Mercourier.
Yep.
We can go Chain Link 1 Mercourier. Chain Link 2 Magnamut. The chain block, of course.
Yep, for possible gamma. Okay.
Yeah. And then
add Cartesia.
We're gonna add Cartesia. We have yet to normal this turn.
Yeah, just special rare.
Oh yeah. And then we can go Cartesia.
No, you wait. So, you summon the Lubellions first.
Yeah, I have to go Magnamut first, and then we will go for a Branded Lost if they don't impermanent on summon.
Yeah.
And we are going to go into Brand Lost, then we can go...
And now you can go Cartesia.
Yep, Cartesia Fusion. Into the Grand Guignol under Lost Protection, Grand Guignol 1, Lost 2.
Yep, it's Quam. No, I'm pretty sure it's Quam.
Yeah, it's Quam. My bad. Makes sense.
My bad stream, my bad, it's Quam.
Kind of crazy we don't need a discard for that one. It is a nice combo.
Bro, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy, I promise you. It's gonna be crazy. That's why like free Lubellion was nice. Okay.
Okay, so...
Okay, do the same thing again.
Yeah, I'm going Bystial Lubellion. Go again to Magnamut. And then we can go Branded Fusion, sending the Albaz plus...
Yeah.
The Mercourier.
Yes.
Into the Rinbrum.
Yes.
And then we can go Magnamut effect targeting the Mercourier.
Yes.
Mercourier 1, Magnamut 2.
Yes.
Out Shrouded Dragon.
No, Cartesia. Oh, here you search Cartesia, of Loves you search
Cartesia.
Okay. Then Cartesia summon, and then summon Lubellion.
Then summon Lubellion.
Activate
Lubellion
Lost.
effect. You get the Lost. And now we can go Cartesia effect, using herself and Lubellion.
Okay, and you still send Sprint, and you add the Shroud.
We're adding
the Shroudion
here.
Branded Shroudion.
Sending the Scrind.
Okay, and now you send the Sword.
Now we can go Albion, sending Sword. Get our random free draw. And now we can go Sword effect, banishing itself to target the Mercourier that mentions Fallen of Albaz in the banishment.
Okay, and now you go end phase.
Now we can go end phase.
Okay, you do the same thing again. Yeah, okay, end phase.
Yeah,
add Cortesia back. Add the Sarnier of Nag. Yep.
Okay, so
bro, it's gonna be crazy. You're gonna like this one. I don't think I showed you this one. Okay, and they go sprint, summon, kit.
Okay, now we're gonna summon the kit.
Yeah. Kits adds high spirits.
Adding the high spirits to hand.
Okay. Now you put back the draw of Shrouded.
Okay.
And in open game stage, you're gonna activate high spirits.
Yep, open game stage in the end phase, go high spirits, revealing the Sarnier. Sending
Titan Clad. Titan.
Sending the
You'll see why.
Clad.
Okay.
And then pitching the Sarnier to then search out.
Now you search out another Albaz. It's very important you search out another Albaz. Okay, now you go Sarnier, send opening.
We can go Sarnier, send opening.
Because Quem cannot send opening, so that's why. And then you go end phase Titanclad. Some Quem.
Oh yeah, this is super clean.
Okay, bro, you haven't seen half of it. Okay, do Quem send Retribution.
Quem send Retribution. Wow, this is like
bro, it's the best main phase 3 the deck has, I think. Okay, you go Retribution, add back opening.
Retribution, add back opening. Oh, that's so crazy, because then we get the
Okay, and now you activate it. Yeah. Now you get it. And it doesn't matter which you discard, you can discard all this or Cortesia. It's back to the aluber.
Then we can go aluber effect to then get a branded in red.
Yep. And now you activate red.
Now we can go branded in red, taking one of the Albazes. It's always great to have two Albazes in rotation.
Yeah, so you keep one for, like, when you fuse off Rindbrum and, like, Mirror Jade into, like, let's say Stapelia, and then Quem Reborn Mirror Jade again, but then you have, like, Rindbrum in Graveyard to Reborn the Albaz of your opponent's turn. But that's why we added another Albaz.
Yep.
Okay.
So
now with the Albaz and the Spring's kits are going into Lubellion. Discard Cortesia.
Oh, that's so clean.
Yeah, chain 1 Lubellion, chain 2 Quem, targeting Cortesia.
Yep. Resolve, get Cortesia, spin back Lubellion, spin back Banished Albaz for the boy itself.
And now it's very important, because we're going to do on Fusion Summon Mirror Jade effect.
On Fusion Summon, so we're under branded loss protection, sending an Albion.
And then we chain the Rindbrum, bouncing the aluber. So we have follow-up for next turn.
Yeah, that's so correct.
And then we go Albion, set red.
We can go Albion, set red. So we're supposed to have the second red in deck.
My bad.
Yeah, we're just gonna pretend
just set it for Braves. Just set it for Braves, fine. But yeah. So okay, all that's needed for like this line is like
that's so
sprint
crazy.
An extra deck. Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. Yeah, I think it's the best main phase 3 the deck has. Like the main phase 3 in this line is insane.
Yeah, so
you can make anything if you want.
Like, I was gonna say, at this point, you can do whatever you want, because you could go Cartesia, send Adlib, and then you could go Mirror Jade, banish once, you could then go Cartesia, fuse off the Mirror Jade, if you want to, and then you
but it's important you fuse it off with like the Rindbrum, for example, for something.
Well, you don't think it should fuse off Mirror Jade, so Quem floats the Mirror Jade and then go Ignal send.
Yeah, but like, let's say you have Stapelia, like, in my extra deck there's Magnum, so like, you could like, fuse off like, fusing off Jade is important, of course, but also getting like the Rindbrum in graveyard is also important. To make like, your all-best life in your graveyard. But, like, for that we actually have to fix your whole active deck, it's like, it's fine.
Yeah, for right now, I think it's fine. And
like, bro, like the combo video we're gonna make, like, it's gonna be good.
Yeah, so then you get your second banish off of Mirror Jade here. You already have your Rindbrum plus your Mercourier, and then you can go Brandon in red, targeting the we're gonna go Grand Guignol, sending the Adlib. Then we are going to then target off of the Branded in red. Add this to hand, and then we can banish at Mirror Jade plus Adlib. Plus, I guess, a Guignol at that point, and then we can get a pop for 2 Guardian Chimera. Also, we could get Latin this board very easily if we could have like another Lubellion in rotation. So that's why I think like Raul was stating like 3 Lubellion, especially in a world without Apo, is just absolutely the way a branded post ban list. Like I remember running 3 Lubellion back in the day, before Puppet. So, or before Puppet was a thing. So yeah, I just wanted to like end out that combo, but that's like one of my favorite combos. And I think that's one of why Sprind is so good. It's the combo people used to use back in the day, but it's so much stronger now that you have Quem and Cartesia. So yeah, very well done, brother.
Yeah, bro. No, just aluber Patchwork. Aluber Patchwork. No.
Okay, so in this hand, I guess we could go Patchwork.
Normal aluber first.
Oh, normal. Is it normal Luber first? Got it.
Bro, you don't want to get rolled, my man. Okay,
yeah,
roll is fake, but like you don't want to get rolled, you know? Like sometimes
yeah, for sure.
they surprise you, you know.
And then here we're just gonna search out branded fusion, presumably.
Yep. Now you could do the Patchwork.
We can go Patchwork, search out Poly and an Edgem chain.
Yes. Okay, activate fusion.
Now we can go branded fusion.
Send Albas and Astellar. I'm pretty sure you know this one, right? I told you about this one.
Vaguely. We're sending
Bro,
Albaz and Astellar.
Yep,
oh no, I should know this one, but we'll see.
Albion.
We'll go Albion. Banishing Aluber plus the Albaz. Then go into Lubellion effect, discarding one of the spells, and that, which is very important. And then you can fuse back the Albaz plus the Lubellion on the field for the Jade. And then we can go a Stellar effect because we discarded a Speller Trap for a monster effect, activate a monster effect. And now we can go a Stellar effect to pitch the other Speller Trap that we have in hand. And now we can special summon out a... Is it Cartesia here? Yeah, it has to be Cartesia.
Yeah, it's Cartesia, yeah.
And Quem would be cute, but...
Yep. Big Rang with a Stellar.
With a Stellar.
Yeah, I value Lost a lot. So, like, I know most people don't do it, but I think it's better to do it.
So then we go Grangoyle to send the Bystial Lubellion. This is how we bridge into it.
Yep.
Now we can tribute the Albion for the Bystial Lubellion in order to get Branded Lost and itself in the graveyard. Oh, my bad. Oh my gosh. Okay, special summon defense, then go Bystial Lubellion effect, and we can get the Branded Lost.
In the middle, yes. Okay. And now you activate Patchwork. The Poly, I mean.
Yep, and now we can go Patchwork, or sorry, Poly. Now you have me saying it. Fusing off the Grand Guignol plus the Edgem chain in order to make a Magnum, which is pretty cool. And then we can go Chainlink 1 Branded Lost, Chainlink 2 Edgem, and obviously if we're breaking board, if this is going second, we can then just go Chainlink 3 Magnum to pop a card on our opponent's side of the field under Branded Lost protection, which is pretty good. Now we can search out Mercourier plus Patchwork for more interruptions and more follow-up if you because Patchwork can then spin back a Poly.
All right. But like, we're not gonna search Mercourier. We're gonna search. Something else. So like, I'm gonna tell the viewers like one thing. Let's say your opponent. Okay. On your first turn, you start comboing, and they don't nip you on the summon of Lubellion. I'm always assuming my opponent doesn't have nip, so I'm never searching Mercourier of Lost. So what I like to do is just searching the Mercourier in my opponent's turn, because like, on my turn 1, I can extend the combo even further. Because like right here, we can add Kit. So I'll put back the Mercourier, add the Kit.
Yeah, we'll just special summon out Spriggan's Kit once I find it. Since we have an Albaz fusion on board, we can go Spriggan's Kit effect to then search out...
Opening.
branded opening.
Okay, put it back to Patchwork.
Then we can put this back.
Okay, now you draw off Magnum.
We can go Magnum effect, put poly, and then draw a card. And wow, we can go branded opening.
Yep, summon Quem.
Pitching the draw that we get, and then we can summon out the Quem finally. And now we can go Quem effect to then put a Albaz in our graveyard finally. And at this point, we could just go into the end phase, right? And
yeah, you just go set red, and you have like basically everything right now. It's like broken.
And this is like basically just with Patchwork plus a branded or a way to branded fusion, so it's not bad. It's a really important line to know, because Patchwork, while it is a board breaker, it is definitely it's a way to extend going first, especially through hand traps. So then on our opponent's turn, we can give them the draw, or also we could get Cartesia back to hand if we want to, or if we want to keep in graveyard. I think it's probably just, I mean, would you add it back a Cartesia in this situation, or would you keep that in graveyard?
I never add it back from graveyard. I always keep it, so like in my opponent's turn, Quem can reborn it.
No. So, you can also send Shrouded to do draw phase lad if you want. Says Krabs TV. That does work too.
Yeah, that does work too.
Yeah, like you could do whatever you want with this combo. It's super clean. I don't have Stapelia in here, but Stapelia could also work for a lot of these. I just do think Reliever is a higher quality card. And then we can go like Mirror Jade, banish a card. Then we can go Quem effect, target, I guess, Cartesia, get pop off of Magnum. Then we can go brand red, target the Albaz. And, or sorry, no, not brand red, target the Albaz. We can go Cartesia fusing off itself plus probably not Mirror Jade. It's probably just, I guess, the kit. And then we can go into Guignol, and then Guignol 1, brand loss 2, get the mercourier. Like Raul said, if you've gotten that far, you're probably not getting nib, so you can save the nib for your opponent's turn. And then the Guignol could always just target, sending the ad lib for extra spice, because you already have 2 banishes off Mirror Jade, Magnum pop, and then mercourier negate plus Guignol banish into either another Quem or into Quertus, and then we have brand red in order to then get the second Mirror Jade banish, and then a pop 2 Chimera, or you could obviously set up the lad if you played it a little bit differently, or like this is only a 2-card combo, so in a lot of instances, oh, you'll have the second Lubellion, or oh, you'll have the Shroud Dragon, so then you can make a lad after all of this. So it's all like game state and just like knowing your situation. So that's why it's good to like know the cookie cutter combo, but a lot of the times you'll have other cards in rotation, so like you have to know how to implement those cards, because if we're under shifter, it's a very good option to be able to go under. So we can chain to the shifter. That's why High Spirits is one of the best cards in branded. You could just chain it to obviously to the shifter or the droll. So then we can go brand High Spirits, sending the Shroud Dragon to graveyard plus the branded dragon, and then we can get the Cartesia to hand, and then we can go Cartesia effect and go branded fusion, banishing double Albaz. It's not too relevant, but as long as we go into Lubellion here with 2 Dark Dragons, then Lubellion spin back by spinning back the 2 Albions, or the 2 Albazes, and then Borreload Furious gets made. Then we can go in the end phase Albion effect to get a branded in red, which is live since we have the Albion in graveyard, and this is all we need is a High Spirits plus Shroud Dragon, which you run 3 of for the most part, so it's a very common line when you get shifted. So then let's just say our opponent goes into something, we go like Snake Eyes Ash or whatever, we go Borreload Furious, we pop it, and then we can go branded in red, targeting the Shrouded Dragon plus the Lubellion, which is a level 8 Dark Dragon and level 8 Light Dragon, so that we can make the lad. And that's pretty good, because we still have Cartesia effect if we wanted to too, which is pretty broken. So we could make, you know, we could make a Stapelia here after this is exhausted. So very, very solid on top of that's like 5 interruptions under shifter just for 2 cards. So very, 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 very solid. Something that you guys need to know for the shifter lines, Asteria plus an Asteria combo, which is pretty nice because I think Asteria is going to be a very relevant combo post ban list as well. So we can show you an how Asteria fits in with Lubellion very well. All we need is a discard or a spell trap card discard plus Asteria or Astellar of the White Forest, and then Dark Ruler no more. So we can then go Lubellion, search out the Saronir, and then we could go Asteria effect, pitching the Dark or the spell and trap card. We can go out to Quem. We can go Quem effect, send the Mercourier. You guys see how a lot of these combo lines just go through Mercourier, which is very cool. Mercourier is going to get banished off the Saronir, and then we can go Mercourier effect on resolution of the chain to then go into Shrouded Dragon. Shroud Dragon's always very important. We have Lubellion now, so Shroud Dragon sending the Retribution, and then Lubellion obviously to get the branded Lost. We can then, since we have Retribution in the graveyard, we can then go Shrouded Dragon off the Mercourier to get the branded Fusion graveyard alongside the Retribution plus a draw, which is very good. And then we can go branded Retribution targeting branded Fusion, and then we can send the, since we already have Albion and the Lubellion plus the Astellar, we can just send the Cartesia to have extra Cartesias in rotation. And we can go Albion effect to then plus Guiding Quem plus branded Lost to get a Fallen of Albaz. We could also search out Mercourier there, but this helps us kind of extend a bit harder. And then we can get out the Cartesia and fuse off into the Lubellion effect, discarding the Albaz, so we have one in graveyard. Oh, I guess that's why we search out Albaz, because it's important always to have like at least 1 or 2 Albazes in rotation. And then we can go into Stapelia there, which is kind of interesting with the Cartesia, and then fusing back Lubellion plus the Fallen of Albaz for the Mirror Jade. So if you guys saw what just happened there, we went Chainlink 1 Lubellion, Chainlink 2 Cartesia, fusing off the Lubellion plus the Albion to get Albion in the graveyard and give free fusion under branded loss protection. And at this point, we're ending on Stapelia plus Mirror Jade plus Quem plus Cartesia, and we do have Albion effect in the graveyard to get the branded in red, which we do have a Albaz in the graveyard in order to play around things. So this is why Astellar just fits into a lot of our combos just better than any other card, to be honest. And then at this point, we can just go into we pass to our opponent. We can go Stapelia, negate 1, Mirror Jade, banish. We can go Cartesia effect, fuse off the Mirror Jade, Quem effect, revive Mirror Jade, then Grand Wignall effect, send the ad-lib, brand red, target ad-lib. We get 3 banishes, plus Stapelia, plus Mercourier. And then also we get a new fusion off red, which is a Guardian Chimera, either for pop 2, draw 1, or a Borreload Furious Dragon, or a Light and Darkness Dragon Lord, because we can obviously go branded Lost, search the Shrouded, and then off the Cartesia, and then go branded in red, fuse off Bystial Lubellion with the Shrouded for a Light and Darkness Dragon Lord. So you guys see how Light and Darkness Dragon Lord fits into a lot of these combos. That's like six negates on top of a Light and Darkness Dragon Lord. Like, I don't see how people are like, branded's insane even after a puppet. So don't worry about that, guys. That's kind of why I wanted to show you guys what the combinations of this deck are after the ban list. So in this hand, we just need a Stellar plus Fusion Deployment plus 2 Spell and Trap card discards, I believe, or it might be just 1. No, I don't even think we need 1, but it's all right. We can go Fusion Deployment into Cartesia with the fuse off the Astellar. We can then go Grand Wignall effect, sending the Shrouded Dragon effect, sending for cost a Retribution to then put itself to the bottom of the deck, and this triggers the Astellar. We can then go Astellar effect, pitching one of our spells and traps in hand to then get the Quem. Yeah, exactly. So we only need 1 spell and trap card in hand to do this, so that makes this a pretty nice combo. We special out the Quem off the Astellar. A lot of the time you want to go Quem if you need to piece together your hand for combos. So we do have the Retribution hand off the Shrouded, and now we send the branded Fusion off a Quem. We can then go Retribution to then get the branded Fusion, and we're just kind of doing the same combo from there. Branded Fusion, send it, but this time we can get Tragedy since we have not normal summoned. So we can go Albaz Tragedy, go Lubellion. This is where we need our other discard. It doesn't matter if it's a monster or not. Tragedy 2 to search out the aluber, and now we can go into the Mirror Jade off of the Lubellion, fusing with the Lubellion and Albaz, and then we're going to go normal summon aluber effect to get the branded lost, since we haven't gone through branded lost here. And here we can go Mirror Jade effect if we want to extend even harder. I think it's better to go Mirror Jade here, because if we go Mirror Jade here, we can then go get the Albion, and we can trigger the Quem to get the Cartesia, then Albion effect in the end phase to get the Branded Red when we do have the Tragedy. And this is all just obviously from Astellar, so this one's a little weaker since we don't have Albaz in rotation, but we can go Cartesia effect after a Mirror Jade banish, get another Mirror Jade off the Quem, and then make a Stapelia, so that is 2 banishes plus a search, plus an effect negate, and then you do have Branded in red on top of that for a Guardian Chimera. Also, if you had Lubellion in rotation, you can make a Lad with this combo, but this combo line doesn't really mesh very well with the with Lad, but as you guys can see, that there are endless combinations for branded opening plus 2 discards here. So let's see what this goes into. So brand opening plus branded fusion. This is a pretty common hand that you'll have with branded, so definitely a good combination to know. We can go aluber effect, aluber search the branded in white immediately, and then we can go branded fusions, send mercourier Albaz. This is why brand white's going to be very important post Banlist into the Rinbrum. We can go brand white with mercourier plus Albaz in order to make the Lubellion. And then we can go chain link 1 Lubellion, discard our fodder. Chain link 2 mercourier to then search out a blazing Cartesia. Albaz will then be spun back with Lubellion on top of that for Mirror Jade, or then we can go Cartesia effect in order to go into the Grand Guignol, put the aluber in graveyard, which is a branded and white target, or branded red target, obviously. Then we can go Grand Guignol, the Dust Dragon effect, to then send the Titaniclad, and then we can go Mirror Jade, or then we can go Titaniclad effect to get the Quem effect to send the Fallen of Albaz when we still have Cartesia in graveyard, and this is going to be really cool here. Then we can go Mirror Jade effect in the end phase to banish a card, sending the Albion. Then we can chain Rinbrum to negate our own Mirror Jade, spinning back the Grand Guignol, actually. And then we can go Cartesia effect. We don't really need to. That's if you're only running 1 Grand Guignol. It's like a combo line with 1 Grand Guignol, I'm pretty sure. So this can show you guys how you only need 1 really post-Banlist. Also, especially if you don't lock, you only need 1 Grand Guignol. And then we can go Quem effect, targeting the Cartesia in graveyard to special summon it, since a card left the extra deck, and because of Mirror Jade, even though we negated its effect, it's very relevant to know that. Especially with the Rinbrum interactions with Mirror Jade. And then this is why like this combo line got so much more broken with Quem. And then Albion effect will then get the branded in red, which we do have an Albaz in graveyard plus a Cartesia. So at this point we have Rinbrum plus Mirror Jade plus red plus Cartesia and Quem. This is going to be what the standard board is looking like. You know, plus a lost. You'd like to have lost up, but in this kind of hand you don't get lost. You could go through other routes to get to lost, but I do think this gives you the most interaction with this kind of hand. I think it was High Spirits plus Mercourier, which is quite... This is like another reason why you should be on High Spirits plus Mercourier. So we can go plus a discard. So we can go brand High Spirits, then to pitch the Mercourier, sending the Rinbrum, searching the Spriggan's Kit. And then we can go Spriggan's Kit effect to then search out a branded fusion. Of course, we can then go branded fusion, sending the Lubellion plus Fallen of Albaz. And then we can go into Albion, the branded dragon. We do have the Mercourier in graveyard, obviously, so we are going to be banishing that off of Albion, the branded dragon, plus the Albaz in order to go into the Lubellion. This is why you need the 2 discard fodder, but it's just on top of branded and High Spirits plus Mercourier. Then we can go Lubellion effect, pitching the brand or Paw of Desire, or the random card in our hand, and then we can go chainlink 2 Tri-Brigade Mercourier to then get out a Cartesia. We have still yet to normal summon, so We can then spin back the Lubellion plus the Albaz for the Mirror Jade, and then we can tribute off the Albion with the Lubellion in the graveyard that we sent off a branded fusion. And then we can go Cartesia, or we can go Albion or Lubellion effect. We probably should have normal Cartesia there, but it's fine. Then we go Cartesia effect, and then fuse off the kit plus Cartesia into the Grand Guignol, which is pretty interesting because in this line we can definitely go for a Lad line here, because then we go Guignol into search Shrouded Dragon, and then we can send the Titaniclad. We can go Shrouded Dragon, then send the sword, so we can recur the Mercourier, and then we can go draw, go Mercourier, or go Branded Sword, get the Mercourier back to hand, and then get the draw back to the deck, and then in the end phase we can go Albion effect, get the Branded Red for the not for the Albaz in graveyard, because we will have one after Titanclad summons a Quem out and then puts a Albaz in the graveyard, which is very cool. And then we can go Mirror Jade effect to get a Albulinatus in the graveyard, banish the Lubellion, and now Quem will be able to get back a Cartesia. Why do we do this here? It's for extra extension, plus we get Albulinatus, which can then give us a branded fusion for follow-up, and then on our opponent's turn we still have our Quem summon, so we can go Cartesia effect, fuse off Mirror Jade plus a Grand Guignol, make a Stapelia, and then you can go Chainlink 2, Quem, revive Mirror Jade, and then you have the Branded Red plus the Mercourier, which is like a Guardian Chimera or a Borreload, and then on top of that Mercourier, so you're getting 2 banishes, then plus the Grand Guignol, so that's just like 6 interruptions. And if you have more cards in hand, you could obviously like make the Lad on top of that. So I think I hope you guys see that there's so many different other routes for brand.